stretching. Okay, this is our writing assignment. Let's get started. Tent City. Okay, for this one, you are choosing either worse or worst. So something is worse if it's being compared to one other thing, like mm, spiders are worse than snakes, in my opinion. And worse is when you're saying it's like the absolute, comparing against two or more, and just the absolute. So, like, spiders are the absolute worst creature on earth to me, right? So, I'll read these sentences. You're going to pick worse or worst. Think of like best, right? There's there's nothing better than the best. So that's like the most extreme version. So we thought the rain might stop, but it became worse or worst. That's the blank flavor of soda I've ever tasted. Hint, I've ever tasted, compared to all of them. My fever is blank than it was a few hours ago. And the blank part of the movie is coming soon. Number two, you can always pause. You don't have to go at this speed. Pause it until you're ready. Write the two misspelled words correctly in the boxes. I'm going to show you what the misspelled words are. You're going to look them up online. First sentence. She refuses to swallow the foul tasting medicine. Again, pause when you need to. First misspelled word is refuses. You will go to Google. You will type it in. In fact, I would just go straight to dictionary.com. Type it the way it's spelled here. Refuses. No results. Did you mean refuse with an S? Yeah, of course we did. That's exactly what we meant. Let me type it here. Sorry, my computer's moving really slow. Refuses. Okay. Other misspelled word is swallow. Type it in dictionary.com. Put the right spelling here. After we catch the fish, we'll release them in the river. Misspelled words are catch and release. I don't want to keep saying it, but pause when you need to. You're not supposed to go this fast. Catch, release. Next, the tailor will adjust the length of my pants. Misspelled words are adjust. I should use my pen, Adjust and pants. I'll go back and do the other ones. I forgot I have these tools when I record. Love it. Release. Last sentence, the constant pounding sound gave me a headache. Yep, I know that life. These are the misspelled words. Look them up, spell them correctly in the boxes. That's all you gotta do. If you haven't paused yet, pause right now and do it. Number three, write the two words that form each contraction. So could've is the contraction of could and have. So it sounds for Could, it stands for could have. Instead of saying could have, we say could have. Won't is will not. I will not. I won't. Then you have weren't, you've, and let's. They're each two words that were combined to make the contraction. Weren't, you've, let's. Number 4, you're using these comparison words. Either big, big, bigger, or biggest. Which one are you going to use? A grapefruit usually is then an orange. Of the great cats, the Siberian tiger is the blank. I'll underline some clues. Then an orange, the blank. My pumpkin is, but ours is bigger. How could your pile of leaves be than mine? Than is a big clue. Think of like math when you're comparing things, like more than or less than. Again, pause if you need to do your thinking and get your answers. Number 5. What change, if any, should be made in sentence 2? Sentence 2 says, they stared out the window at the falling rain. Do we change they to them? Them stared out the window? Or they stared out the window? Change stared to starred. They stared out the window or they starred out the window. Didn't mean to select that. Not selecting that, but stared or starred. Delete the comma. So if we were to take this comma away, they stared out the window at the falling rain. Do we need that comma or do we eliminate it? Or do we make no change? Select your best answer.
Just a reminder that we have our parental engagement meeting going on right now. Please make sure you log in, and hopefully it won't be too long of a meeting. Thank you guys. Bye.
Number 6, looking at sentence 3. Let's go ahead and underline. Shane said, I have a greater idea. Do we want to change greater to great? Shane said, I have a greater idea, or Shane said, I have a great idea. Add a comma after Shane. Shane, comma, said, comma, I have a greater idea. Do we take out the comma and take this out? Shane said, I have a greater idea. Well, I will tell you, we need that comma. So do not erase it. We have to separate between our dialogue and our tag. We need the comma. Or do we change the period to a question mark? I have a greater idea? Select your best answer. Almost done. Number 7. The author would like to make the time order of the tent building clearer to the reader. Not even, that wasn't even clear. Hold on. The author would like to make the time order of the tent building clearer to the reader. Okay. Which of the following prepositional phrases should the author add to the beginning of sentence 5? So first things first, here's sentence 5. So we would be putting it right here. Okay. Time order of building clearer. So Shane said, I have a greater idea. Let's build a tent city in the living room. The boys gathered their sheets and blankets and then they draped them over the tables and chairs. So, okay, I'm going to keep going. Shane's tents were joined together and formed a system of caves. Isaac collected some pillows and placed them inside the tents. From the kitchen, some healthy snacks brought Shane. Okay, so he says, let's build a tent city in the living room. Do we want to add, before the rain began, the boys gathered their sheets and blankets? Or, after getting permission from their parents, the boys gathered their sheets and blankets? Beside the fireplace, the boys gathered their sheets and blankets. Or, through the house, the boys gathered their sheets and blankets. If I think about order, this is talking about place, preposition. This is a preposition. So are we gonna, our first thing that we're doing, is it gonna be before the rain began or after getting permission from their parents? Go ahead and make your selection. And lastly, we're looking at sentence 8. I knew it because that sentence was crazy. From the kitchen, some healthy snacks brought Shane. What? What is the best way to rewrite it? From the kitchen, Shane brought some healthy snacks. Shane, from the kitchen, brought some healthy snacks. Shane brought from the kitchen some healthy snacks. Shane brought some healthy snacks from the kitchen. Make your best selection and you can submit. Thank you.